Hello, first grade. This is Mrs. Ball with your social studies lesson for today. Let's go ahead and get started. Our standard is SS 1.4. Identify contributions of diverse significant figures that influence the local community and state in the past and present. Our essential question is, why do you think Martin Luther King Jr. insisted on nonviolence? Our I can statement is, I can identify important people that influence the local and state community. Now we're going to go over some vocabulary words associated with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A leader is a person in charge. Who is the leader of our school? Equality, being equal or the same. Protest, to agree, to not agree or not approve. So people have demonstrations such as protest when they do not agree with something that is being presented before them. Minister is a person who leads a church. Peace, an agreement or no conflict. Justice means to be fair. Dream is an idea or hope. What do you dream to be when you grow up? Segregated means separated out. Now let's learn about Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great American leader. He spoke out against laws that were not fair to Black people. He led protests and marches to demand fair laws. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929. As a child, he liked to play sports, ride his bike, and sing. Do you like to do any of those things? That means that you have some things in common with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Martin also enjoyed playing with his friends. He liked to read and he enjoyed going to school. Martin decided to become a minister. When Martin was little, he didn't understand why he could not play with his white friends or go to the same school as white children. As he got older, he wanted to change these laws. The first law that changed was getting rid of the white-only section on buses. He led many marches and protests, and soon the white-only signs were against the law in all public places. In 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. held a large march in Washington, D.C. His speech became famous. He told the people that his dream was for his children to live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin. Some people were angry at Martin. They did not want to change the laws or the laws to change. In 1968, a man shot Dr. King and he died. Today, we honor him on the third Monday in January. So yesterday, which was January 18th, was the third Monday in January. And a lot of us were able to celebrate and remember the contributions of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So we'll continue to learn about him this week. And I want you to think about what you want your dream to be. What are some things that you want to change in your community? All right, so think about your dream, and I will see you next time.